What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ANH podcast, Bahrain's first and only business and marketing show, with your host Hussein Husseini and your co-host
Abir Husseini.
All right, today's episode is brought to you by
Creativity by Moni. It's an actual Instagram account where you can order custom-made crochet items, whether it's a shawl, a phone case, baby items. Give it a try. Just go check it out and see what they have.
Great. So, in case you guys haven't done it already, please hit the subscribe button and join our YouTube. Put a like, comment, or anything you like. Not forcing you, in case you find it entertaining. So today's show, Abir, we're going to do things a bit differently. So I asked questions out there to people to see like what help they need with their marketing or what some good marketing ideas for their business. So we're actually going to do a Q&A session on this show today. All right? So the first question I got was, I've got a small restaurant in Sar Village. I've got good food. The problem is a bad location and no seating area. What should I do?
Takeaways. Why are you concerned about the location when today we depend on deliveries? But in order for you to get deliveries, you need to actually work on your marketing more to get the word spread out. If people like your food, it doesn't matter which hall you're in. They will actually make an effort to come to you. It just depends on how you are giving the idea of your restaurant, how you're putting it out there, what stories are you telling about it, how does it taste, and so on and so forth. So location is not a problem since you don't have a seating area. So what you need to depend on is deliveries and pickups more than actual sitting and dining.
Great, that's absolutely true. And by the way, since this was a very much marketing related question, and since COVID, like obviously people are ordering deliveries a lot more than they're dining in anyway, and they haven't even been dining for a while. So the thing is, in today's restaurant game, right, it's all about cloud kitchens anyway, and that is the trend of where things are going. I actually see this the opposite way. So if you've got a small restaurant in a Sar Village, then you probably have cheaper rent than people do in prime locations, and so your online marketing needs to be on point. Now,
and by the way, Sar is a huge area, populated,
amazing population.
So if you're actually launching your delivery system, or it's not a system,
but your delivery game. If
you're actually launching that game, then you have a better chance than anybody else succeeding, because you can actually depend on Sar Budaya area and you're sorted. You won't even have time to deliver to somewhere else.
Can I say something though? Yeah. This is where branding and marketing is really important, right? Because most of the time we don't even visit a restaurant. We order from restaurants that we've never been to before. But it's based on their branding, their storytelling, the photography. And an interesting thing is that, to me, the logo is so important. Like, I don't know about you, but like when I'm going through Talabat to order from places and I see a bad logo, I'm just assuming that's a bad restaurant. So I don't order from there, right?
And it looks really old and daunting. Restaurant to be dusty.
Exactly. And I'm like, this is just some hole in the wall place that I don't want to order from. So guys, seriously, think about it. If 50-60% of your business today comes from Talabat or comes from deliveries, how you look online or how your branding and marketing is, how your Instagram account looks, is so important. It's like, how many restaurants have you seen, like, okay, because they're friends' places, I do go try them and I'm like, wow, the food is great. But if I actually look through their Instagram account or saw their branding, I'd be like, there's some crappy cafeteria somewhere. I would never think about ordering from there.
That's true.
So think about that. That is the answer to your question. I don't know which restaurant you have, so it's all about your branding, your marketing, the photography, the storytelling.
And the food itself, it needs to be good, by the way.
The food of course it has to be good. Because at the end of the day,
the food is good, then work on your delivery.
Exactly. Because you're going to get word of mouth at the end of the day, right? So that is the answer to that question. And by the way, in SAR, consider making a loyalty program for people within SAR because they're regulars every day. All right, so let's jump on to the next question now. So someone is asking, smokehouse from 1725 Waffle House. Now, I don't know exactly what the question is here. I think this is his restaurant, by the way.
This is the name.
Yeah, I think like 1725 Waffle House is a place.
Okay.
Okay, so he's saying smokehouse from 1725 Waffle House.
So he wants to launch a smokehouse from the.
Or maybe this is the same place. So if this is the same place, guys, seriously, smokehouse sounds exotic, right? But what is the storytelling here? Is it like smoky meat and like slow cooked meat, or what is it exactly? You know what I mean?
When I heard the name, the first thing came into mind was ribs.
Yeah, me too. So I don't know what the actual concept of the restaurant is. I'll need to check it out. But
There's no question, by the way. It's just name.
yeah, I'm saying maybe that was his place. So that is the place in SAR. So
I haven't tried it, so I can't comment. It's enough
okay.
food.
Well, the thing is, right, when you've got Smokehouse from 1725 Waffle House, I think I know this place from Flash Days, okay? Like, so it's interesting because you're a Waffle House, yet your concept is not purely waffles. So like, I'm saying when someone hasn't tried your place, they look at the branding, right? They're assuming waffles or, because waffles are dessert and can be like, but it's actually burgers over there.
Exactly. No, but so they don't have waffles?
I think they do, but it's not.
But you can actually make burgers out of the waffle bun, because the bun itself is not sweet, it's whatever you put on top of it.
Yeah.
So you can actually make a smokehouse and a waffle house and
Yeah.
use the waffles in making your food.
And by the way, I have tried this place before, I think, and this is how much I don't remember, but like the food was good, right?
Do you remember your name?
Sorry?
Do you
I remember my name, yeah. I remember my name, that I do. But the food was good, so look at your online marketing plan. Look at your advertising online. How heavy are you going? By the way, for me, in my business, or if I had a restaurant, I would be spending at least 400 or 500 dinars a month on online ads. I would. And back in the day, a lamppost was how people advertised, and it was 150 dinars for a lamppost, and you have to get a set of 5 or 6 or whatever it was. It cost 1,000 plus.
It costs 1,000 plus for one location.
Yeah, exactly. And today, where you're like, dude, you could just spend
50 was for like really
random locations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The prime locations, they were starting from 250 plus.
exactly. So how can you today be like, oh, I don't want to spend 500 dinars on my online advertising, where you can reach the whole market targeted?
Yes. How are you today not spending at all on your marketing?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
The best product on earth, and nobody knows about it. Good luck selling it.
Okay, whilst we're still on food, I've got another question from someone saying burgers and shakes. Okay, burgers and shakes. Okay, where do we start on this one, Avir? Like, burgers, I'm sorry, just became so overdone in the last few years, right? It's just like every corner in this country has a new burger shop opening up.
It has to taste absolutely amazing and something new, or you've added something to it that nobody has done. Otherwise, you're just another burger place.
Exactly. And you know what? This comes back to what I used to talk about, the Instagrammable menu item. So when we had Londoner, remember we had a burger and kebab place, right? But we always had what I call an Instagrammable menu item. At the time, whether it was a crazy milkshake, that no one's seen before, or whether it was a donut burger, or whether it's an F1 burger, or whatever it was, there's always some new hook that people would actually come to our restaurant, take a picture with the dish, and leave, right? And they take it takeaway. Right, but that's because it's an Instagrammable menu item. So people start talking about it, and then it stretches. But I don't see enough burger places distinguishing their burgers.
No.
And so now you're in a fiercely competitive market.
Exactly, and that's why I said, if you have something special in mind, you've invented something, or you added some touches of your own to that burger, then fine, go ahead. If it's just another burger place, you actually need to fight to keep going.
Absolutely. And by the way, can I give a really good tip out there for burger places? So when we were running the restaurant, and I always wanted to get inspired by what's going on in other parts of the world, because Bahrain tends to catch up 2 to 3 years later. So I would actually look at what's trending around the world and then bring some elements of that. And a great place to do research for this is Pinterest, by the way. Funnily enough, hardly anyone talks about Pinterest, but Pinterest is amazing. If you look up burgers and shakes on Pinterest,
You'll see amazing pictures.
get inspired. Get inspired. Like those pictures are like,
Oh my God, where are they?
but those pictures
Put
are.
my finger in.
So food porn, guys. Food porn is what I'm talking about. Like that is what you actually should be searching. Okay, so food porn, guys, it's an actual thing. It's an actual hashtag. Check it out on Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. People eat with their eyes before their mouth. So that is where the imagery should be. So
Do you get amazed sometimes when you look at like restaurants' Instagram accounts and you look at pictures that have been, like, they're horrible. They're
Yeah.
just horrible. Like the plating is off, the colors are off.
Yeah.
It just not give you the feeling that I want to call that place and order from them.
Absolutely.
And you wonder, like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why are you shooting yourself out of market?
absolutely.
And then sometimes, some other times, you go to an account and you look at amazing images and you want to order now and you do order now and you get disappointed with the food.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is have your base as the actual food great in terms of taste, quality, freshness, and work on your photography. That's how you're gonna have a win-win situation. So it's not just, hey, let me ignore the kitchen and have amazing pictures or steal them from somewhere. Or, let me just focus on the kitchen and ignore everything else. Balance it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, it's your brand. It's the story behind the dish. By the way, I can't stress this enough, guys.
I'm gonna wear this.
If you if you talk about the story behind your dish and why you made it, and
See how nice
it's
is?
amazing. Go check out the account, guys.
Creativity by Mooney.
Creativity by Mooney. So
Tell me.
you can't just launch a dish without telling the story behind it. Like
No.
people buy into stories.
Yep.
People come onto the journey with you. If you're a seafood place, you talk about the fisherman's journey. You know what I mean? Like I'm just giving an example, right? And I've seen it done, right? And it's like these are the fishermen. Even I've seen a restaurant which we used to work with in London where they have photos of the fishermen who catch the fish.
And by the way, for example, like fish market, although you go there because of the experience, because you're gonna pick the fish that's displayed,
Yeah.
and you're gonna ask them to cook it the way you want to eat it, and it's just like an actual nice feeling to have that you feel you're in control of everything.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing applies when you're talking about the story of something.
Absolutely. It's like, okay, actually, it's a very good example, like Creativity by Mooney.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the story behind that?
She has a passion for crochet items and she's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And after a while, she decided, or everybody kept on ordering things from her. And we were like, why do you actually not turn it into a business?
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. So actually, the items are flawless and I like the quality. They're really nice in quality. And you can order whatever you want. So whatever that can be made, she will actually make it for you. So you can just order it through Instagram and it will be done with the colors that you like and the accessories that you like.
Amazing. Because, by the way, there was a question about this, and it was about homemade handicrafts. Okay. So when you're talking about homemade handicrafts, guys, okay, so you're talking about the person behind it.
Sure.
Right? The time they took, the passion they have, the handmade element of it.
And by the way, crochets, for example, no, it's not funny. The amount of stress you put on your shoulders and back while you're trying to do these things.
Yeah.
We don't appreciate these things.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
You look at the item and it's ready made, and
Yeah.
but it's handmade, and the person have put a lot of effort into it, and they actually go through pain just to give you the item that you want.
Yeah. See, guys, if you actually tell the story behind it, show the process online. And by the way, like you think your online marketing is going to be about the product. It's not. It's actually showing the process. It's showing step 1, step 2, step 3. Look at all the work that they put in there and really get a fan base to connect with your homemade business, right? So you're branding yourself before you're branding your business, because otherwise, like you said, if someone just looked at a product, they'd be like, that's just any product, okay? I don't see the value until you show me that value. And that is how you market these things.
I went for a walk this morning and it actually was very useful because I normally carry my phone like an idiot in my hand.
Yeah.
And it annoys me so much because
How do you carry it now with that hand?
oh, I wear it. No, I don't. I just carry this. But I carry this with me now.
Okay.
Thank you, Hussein, reminding me.
All right. It's not funny, but kind of funny. But because you happen to have the tools
And I'll be
today
so
for it.
happy to, they know this is not broken, but I'll be happy to break this by punching you.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. All right, guys. Next question. I'm a herbalist and create organic skincare products at home.
All right.
The sell is low, even though I set the price low. Why? Very good question.
Are you showing? I don't know. We have to, obviously review the account and see what information you're putting out there. But if you're talking about beauty products or finding
Skincare products.
Yeah, exactly, which
Yeah.
is skincare, beauty,
Yeah.
they're all together. You need to always show the value of that item. You need to explain how this item was made and what's it good for. A lot of people have issues, especially with skin, and they don't know how to solve it. So the minute you offer them the solution, especially if it's a homemade, organic, and it actually solves a problem, people will rather buy it than buy chemicals. But you need to put the word out there. You need to explain more. You need to market it further.
Very good. That's a very good answer. And that's absolutely spot on. And by the way, if you're not selling enough, and you're saying because the price is low still, and you're still not selling, okay, I really need you guys to understand this. People do not buy based on price.
No, but based on solution.
They
Trust
and
me,
solution
especially with skin.
and value.
Especially with skin, because
Yes.
it's something that's personal. Some people actually have psychological issues because of their skin.
Yes.
And if you have a solution that's offering, if you have a product that's offering a solution for a problem that somebody's going through, trust me, they wouldn't mind paying even up to 1,000 dinars, and I'm not kidding, to get it sorted. Now, obviously, different budgets. We are talking
Different
about
people,
with
different budgets. But
so look at just like plastic surgeries and look at the clinics. How much do they actually make on a monthly basis? People rather not eat but spend on these
no,
products.
Abir, you're absolutely right. And depending on the product, so for example, you're talking to me about skincare products, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the opposite. If you charge low prices, I think this is a product that doesn't work, and I'm not risking it.
No.
I will.
I'll tell you one thing. I know from market experience that are shops that are selling, for example, Thai-related products, and they're cheap relatively to the other products.
Yeah.
And people buy them all the time. Why? Because they have seen results.
Yes.
So it has nothing to do with pricing,
So-
as long as the result is there.
Thank you.
proven.
Thank you. What you need is testimonials. You need videos of your customers
Before
whose
and
skin
after.
before and after, and them talking about it. You shouldn't just be selling it. Let people sell it for you by giving you testimonials on your account. And one more thing about home businesses is, I'm sorry guys, but a business is a business. If you're not going to spend on advertising, you're not going to get the result. Like, you can go as organic as you want, but if you have just a couple of thousand followers, it's
Why
not going to do
you
anything.
Look at it as a home business.
It's
your
a business.
location is at home. Who cares?
Yes.
At the end of the day, this is your business. Whether you're operating from a showroom, whether you're operating from a dingy place or home, I don't care. As long as it is a business, and treat it as a business. Give it your love in order for you to see results. A business is like a baby. If you actually care about it, it will grow. If you don't,
Yeah,
You lost it.
exactly. People think I'll go step by step, I'll go slowly. Oh, look at poor me, I'm working from home. No, it's the opposite. You've got no rent, you've got no staff, you've got no costs, you've got
We
an
envy
advantage.
you.
We envy you so much. But you need to spend on your business and take those storytelling, customer services, what effects it has, and all of that, and promote it.
Sure.
All right, guys, well, we're going to have to wrap up the show today. We still have a bunch of questions we need to go through. Subscribe and like to this channel, and we'll catch the next section of these questions on the next episode.
have a great day. Bye.